Apocalypse now or later? I don't know. Welcome back to Talking with Jazz with your host, Big Daddy. I've often thought about the end of the world, and I think it's actually a common human trait. The end is nigh, etc. People waiting for the end, the doomsday cults, etc. We've all heard of it. I've been obsessed with it ever since I heard about the story of War of the Worlds. But I'm not going to tell that story now. Maybe someday in the future. There's some suspense for you. Now, I'm not a full-on doomsday prepper, and I don't have a kind of vision in my mind of how things are going to turn out. Although I do have friends that are quite seriously prepping for the doomsday. It was interesting how badly their plans went when we actually had something that looked somewhat like a global pandemic that was going to wipe out the population. Anyway, that's not how it all turned out, and that's not what this particular story is about. This story is about one of my plans. It's a ridiculous plan, but that's why it's a good plan. You see, people at the beginning of COVID got all excited about growing vegetables in their garden. And they went out and bought chickens. I've actually tried all this stuff before, and I've never had any ripe tomatoes, so the cost of those tiny little tomatoes that were green was $10 each, because I spent about $80 on all the gear. So I decided that vegetable growing was not for me, or I needed to think of something else. I worked it out. Why would you grow vegetables when you could grow flowers? That's right. These are special flowers, I should tell you, and I don't want to trigger the algorithm, so I'm not going to mention them by name. Suffice to say, these particular flowers would be worth a hell of a lot more than your pathetic potatoes, should the end of the world come, and probably get ripe tomatoes as well. So for quite a few years I've actually been working on this completely legal, I might add, flower business. Well, there's no money involved. It's just me putting seeds in the ground. But the overall model is there. The strange thing is, for the first time in about 10 years of doing it, this year the crop failed. Not one plant. Just as well I got the eggs. Why don't you